Guys, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
What's your name?
Maureen.
What's your name?
Maren.
Guys, you notice something similar. These are the same human being. They are twins.
Yeah.
So welcome to my channel. Today I was asking guys what they think about Black Americans as a Kenyan. Yeah.
Okay, so my opinion of Black Americans. Oh, actually, I've met one Black American. I was about to say I have never met any of them. Okay, the one I met, she was so good, very loud and very vibrant. She was energetic, and my general opinion about them comes from the movies you watch here in Kenya, and movies depict them as being very loud people who are addicted to alcohol and drugs. So I don't know if that is true, they have a different view. They can correct us in the comment section. And also, what I think about Black Americans, they have good physique.
You mean their feet, they go to the gym?
Exactly.
Unlike Kenyan men?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
What do you think about Black Americans?
Well, I feel like, I'll just be honest, but it's coming from a good place of my heart. I have no hatred towards anybody. Okay, what they depict in the movies is that they're not united, they like how we are here in Africa. Let's say, for example, if Kenyans, let's say we go abroad, we normally see how Kenyans really have that unity, but when it comes to Black Americans, from what we see on media and social media, it kind of depicts them as not united, and their men, they don't necessarily support their women. So I don't know if that's true. They should let us know. They should correct us. Another thing I know about Black Americans, but that applies to Americans in general, is that their movies depict that they love alcohol a lot and party life. So I don't know if that is true. That is what we watch. Another thing, they're very vibrant people. As Maureen says, they're very physically fit. I like how their body structure. I love it. One thing I don't know for sure is that if their bodies are natural, because we know in America there's a lot of BBL going on, and here in Africa we are very natural. So that is, I don't know if that plays a part into it. Yeah, but yeah, I think that is all I know about them.
Both of you have mentioned that they have a really nice physique. Would you marry a Black American man?
That's a bit tricky.
Why?
I don't think I would. To be friends with them, I would very much love to be friends with Black Americans. But to marry a Black American man, I wouldn't, because one thing, I feel like they have very high energy compared to, Africans, we are laid back, but Americans are very forward and outgoing, so they have very high energy and they're very loud. For me, I don't think that matches the kind of person I want to date. And then the drinking alcohol part of it, I don't think I would want a guy who drinks as much as they do, And then another thing, when you compare America and Africa in general, in marriage, they don't really stay in marriages, so they don't value that family unit the way we Africans do. They get into marriages and break up. So for those reasons, I don't think I would marry. To date, I would date, but I don't think I would marry. Yeah. Okay,
what about you?
Okay, first of all, I don't think I would date or marry a Black American. Being friends with them, I don't mind, but marrying them, I don't know why, but I feel like the highest number of, but please don't come for me, you can correct me in the comment section. I feel the highest number of sexually transmitted disease is with the Americans, because they're very promiscuous. Yeah, unlike here in Africa, of course.
Yeah, it was a lot said in there. It was a lot of stuff that was said that would definitely make a lot of people upset. But I'm not really upset. I see it from both sides. I see it that, we support a lot of the stereotypes that they are actually calling out. These two African women in East Africa, in Kenya. Okay, they said that we drink a lot, which everybody drinks a lot. We don't support our women. We're loud. We don't value family. And I said, you know what? That is so true. And our families are messed up. I was just talking about it, how we will egg each other on and how we will champion the dysfunctional things in our community. And even our family members will get us involved with stuff that at the end of the day is going to hurt us. Our own family would do that. And of course, perfect strangers would do it too. We like to see one another crash out. We like to see our people hit the wall, and we sit back and we laugh, and we think it's part of being black. We think it's part of being who we are. They also said that we're very promiscuous. I mean, a lot of these things, they're not lying, but a lot of these things apply to a lot of people. So you just got to take it with a grain of salt, but you do got to extract the truth out of what they're saying. And you also have to remember they're saying this based on movies and social media. They're saying this based on how we're promoted across the world. And you really got to look at that too. As a black person, you're like, damn, that's how we're promoted across the world. The thing that we partake in and the things that we like and we parade around and we champion in our community, those things are the stereotypes. Those things are how other groups in across the world look at us, and they get an idea of what black people are like in America. Also, what they were saying was that we're not unified. And I can say that from my own experience is that we're not unified. They gave an example that when Kenyans are somewhere else in another country or whatever, they're unified, but they don't see that with us. And I can actually say that growing up and seeing how Eritreans and Kenyans and Nigerians do right here in Southern California, they stick to one another. They are unified. They go to school together. They live in a certain section of the city together. Like, they're unified as a people. That's how close knit they are. And this can be families that are not necessarily related, but they are from the same culture and ethnic group. Okay, so that's true also. And it's true that black people are not unified. What else they say? They said a lot, man. They said a lot. We don't value family. We don't stay married. We hell, can you really argue that with the conversation that's going on right now with black men and black women? Can you really argue that when you just look at your community, just go outside and look at the black community and you see the homes are broken? You know, you see that the father is not in the home. You see that sometimes the mother is not in the home. Sometimes the grandparents are the parents. So that's true what they're saying. It stings a bit, but it's true. And so the thing is that this is how we're promoted across the globe. Sexy Red, Megan Thee Stallion, Chirac. We hate one another. That's how we're promoted. But guess what? We got to take some accountability too, because we actually participate in this destructive culture that people stereotype about us. We like to party. We like to sell drugs and do drugs. We like to be promiscuous. We participate actively in these things. We like to see one another crash out. We like to see us self-sabotage ourselves. We like that culture. And so the only change will come from us. That's the only how it's going to change. It's going to have to come from us, right? We have it in us to be a more dignified people. We have it in us to be a more honorable people. We have it in us to change. And for the record, I would not date one of them either.